What's up, everyone? It's your girl. I am Kaya, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking Love Island Season 7, Episode 18. I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. This is not what I wanted. I was so excited for this episode. I said, okay, I'm about to see it. Like, what's about to happen? I didn't get what I wanted. And I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. The fact that Austin is still in this villa does not sit right with me. But I am happy Casa Amora is tomorrow. I am so ready for that. So fucking ready for that. But before we get into all that, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys again. Keep showing love to my previous videos. This upcoming week I have work. Like I said, you guys, in one of my last videos, I get off of work an hour after the episodes are posted. So I have to get off of work, watch it, take my notes, set up, and start recording. And I know you guys wanted it the night of the recap, the night of the episodes. But if I do it the night of the episodes, it's going to come out like really, really late, like at 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I don't think I'm getting much engagement if I posted that late. So I'm just going to stick back to what I was doing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to post it the morning after. So it's going to be posted early in the morning. If you're Eastern Standard Time, I usually post like around 11 or 12 o'clock. So just keep an eye out for it. So turn my post notifications on so you're aware. But enough of all that, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this episode, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the episode and put my notes up. Okay, there we go. So the episode starts off, we get, again, with this episode leading up to the vote, it was nothing but people talking. You know, that's what they do. And yeah, so we have Huda, Shelly, and Sierra. They're talking basically about the challenge. So if y'all remember how the challenge went, they had to, like, the answers, like, it's like shady ass questions, you know, like who you think is the fakest, who you think is starting the drama, and then you have to pick the person. And you know, Jeremiah and Huda, and mainly Huda, got the majority of the questions thrown at, got the majority of the shit thrown at them, because a lot of the answers, the questions pertaining to them. So Huda says, you know, even though it was a challenge, it was hard for her to hear that she was in the middle of all the drama and all that other kind of stuff. And she understands, you know, people saw me crashing out, and you know, that's not really who she is. Huda says, and like I said, even though it is a challenge, it was hard. Sierra then says that, you know, she is sorry. She does apologize to Huda if Huda felt that she was being distanced, like, for the last couple of days and everything like that. And then Huda says that she doesn't want America just looking at that crash out thinking that's who she is. She wants to show more, and she wants to rewrite her story. And like I said, at this point, I was like, okay, they're definitely trying to give her this big redemption arc. I was like one of the few people that's not particularly falling for it, because like it's only been a day or two, basically. So I said, and like, I think the real challenge is gonna be when she finds somebody new, and if she doesn't put that whole overprotective, clingy shit on a new person, I think that's when we're really going to see it. I think the only reason why it's so easy for her to do it right now is because she's not tied to nobody, she's not coupled up with nobody, she's still single. Everyone else is coupled up, and she's not. And I think we're really gonna see it after we get to Casa Amora, and if she finds somebody, which I'm pretty sure she's gonna try to find something with somebody because she's struggling at this point. We gonna really see if we actually see the real Huda. But at this point, she's still on thin ice for me. But I'm like, if she's starting, but she is showing some growth, and I will give her that. But I'm not particularly there yet, not really. So then we go over to Jeremiah and Iris are talking, and they basically say, which we all notice right now, their relationship is more of a friend, I think. And Jeremiah is really saying that because Andrina's here, and Iris is saying that because TJ is here. So they say the relationship is more of like a friend, and that they like the new bombshell. She tells him about her kiss with TJ. He's like, really? And then it's like he was kind of judging, but then he ends up saying how he kissed Andrina, and was surprisingly, he didn't tell nobody that he kissed Andrina the night before. Well, or no, wait, I think it was this night, the night that they're talking right now, still the same night. He kissed Andrina like probably like 5 to 10 minutes before he pulled Iris. And Iris says that she is happy for Jeremiah. She's happy that he's finding love, and she hopes that he does find that within Andrina. And then they said that, and they basically ended off saying how they're always going to have each other's backs, which, you know what, I really do like it. I like that, because I was like, I kind of knew that it was gonna really nothing there with Iris and Jeremiah really. But I do like that she, like, after all the shit that was being thrown on him, she was there and had his back. And she was talking him up, and she really wants him to find love, and she was really happy for him. Like, and especially the way he was talking about Andrina, you can just tell that he is happy that she was in the house. Like, they finally brought somebody in here that's really his type, and you can tell that he really, really does like her. So I really liked the friendship that's between Iris and Jeremiah. It was very positive and everything. We jump over to Amaya. She goes over and talks to Elandria. Amaya says that Austin will let she has been calling Austin babe, and she knows that he's upset. And then, and Elandria like gives her this face. And then, because Elandria's kind of like me, it's like, y'all have been in this house with Amaya for how many days? And that she says that she calls everybody babe. I don't really think, but I don't know if she's doing it with Austin like she really means it, or if that's just like a reflex how it was when she was with Ace. And then Elandria says, if you need to just ask him, if I'm doing a little something that bothers him, I'll fall back and I won't do it no more, basically. And then Amaya says that she feels like she's going crazy. And then she starts to cry. And this is where I really, really felt bad for Amaya. But I'm glad, spoiler alert, I'm glad that she's still here. And if we go into Casa more, maybe she can find her man in there. Because again, I love Amaya. And I didn't want her to leave. And I don't want her with Austin. I don't want her with Austin. And Austin doesn't want nobody. When he found out, and someone said this on Twitter, when Amaya told Austin that her parents were Dominican or they came from a Dominican Republic or some shit like that, you saw his face. He was like, because Austin supports that evil man in that office who don't want Hispanics in this country. He don't. So I feel like immediately when Amaya had told him that's when his feelings towards her kind of switched, and he's trying to cover it up with like, oh, I don't like her being obsessed with me, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I felt bad. Amaya just started crying, and I was like, damn, look, like she really cannot catch a break. I really don't feel like she's really getting the Love Island experience that she needs to have, because she is so sweet. She has a really, really big heart, and it's fucked over. And that's what she says in this moment. She says she's getting fucked over, and she's a sweet girl, and she gives her heart out, and she ends up getting screwed over. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so sad. And she's also upset that people think that she's too much, but she says that she's not changing for anybody. And I'm glad that she's not going to do that. Like, there's no point of you changing yourself for a man. If a man can't love you for who you are and everything that you are, don't change for that person. I love that. So then we get to, oh Lord, we get to Nick and Sierra talking, right? I don't know what it is with these two. I think I love Sierra so much. And like I said, Nick is slowly coming up. Like, I don't love Nick. I can appreciate him when he's really, really funny. He hasn't really pissed me off like the last couple of episodes. I don't know, when these two talk, when they have these like conversations, I start getting emotional, because it's hard for me to see Sierra emotional, because I've really grown to really, really love her. She's up there with Shelly and Elandria and Amaya and everything. So also the shady ass narrator said, Nick and Sierra are having a talk, and it will last a little bit longer, and Nick doesn't have to apologize at the end of it. I was like, oh damn. But they basically, because she asked him how his day went, and he was like, oh, you mean how our night went? And he says it lasts 30 seconds. Now, I thought you said it was 25 seconds, Nick. No, which one is it? You said it was 25. And then you added 5 more seconds. I don't know if the 5 more seconds was the you know what? But yeah, like, what happened, Nick? I said, but maybe he's exaggerating. It was probably really quick that he probably lost count, but it's like he was really saying 25 seconds all last episode. And he says that he really likes her, and that them having sex made his feelings for her even more stronger. She says that she also says she has no regrets, and she has strong feelings towards him. Then they go into talking about the challenge. She said that at the beginning of the challenge, she was okay, with the minor kisses and everything. But then I think it came to him and Andrina, when they went over to the little area where they had to like make out full on, it kind of like it bothered her, and she didn't think it did until like she actually saw it. And he says that he is attracted to Andrina. She says like she doesn't have an issue with him going off and exploring, but she still is like, I think, and she said the back of her head is really bothering her. And then he says that he came to the show to find somebody he can have a relationship with outside the show. And he says he does see himself being with her outside the villa, but for right now, he's not closed off. And you can kind of tell that Sierra's like her, like, this is where we start seeing a dip with Sierra the rest of the episode. She says that her feelings are stronger than Nick's, and that she doesn't want to fall for him, but it's really hard for her right now because I think this is day 13 or 14 I could be wrong. Someone correct me in the comments. I think this is like day like 14 or 15. They're in this house but at this point, and Sierra's been here since day 2, and they have been coupled up and still been coupled up to this point. And then you got to remember they're in this villa. They don't have their phones. All they can do is really talk to each other and have a conversation. And then and you can just tell each and every episode that their feelings, like they're starting to get built even more and more and more and more, especially because of how long they've been coupled up. And then, but I kind of also saw this coming a little bit too when they had sex. But then we jump over to Ace and Shelly talking. I ain't gonna lie, they look very cute. Again, I'm not all the way on Ace. Ace says that he is very happy with Shelly and he's happy how open he can be with her. So then it's the bedtime scene, right? So the girls are in their little makeup room getting ready for bed, like preparing themselves to go to bed. And Sierra is clearly very emotional. After that talk with Nick, like her energy, like the way she always is bubbly and outgoing. And Ace even said it later on. He said he noticed that the energy was off. It's like, because Sierra's not usually quiet and everything like this. And then like they're asking her like, what's wrong and everything like that. And she just really doesn't want to talk about it, So then Nick is in the bathroom. He says that the connection that his connection with Sierra is so strong, and it's been stronger than any other girl that's came into this villa. But he still says that he still wants to have conversations with Andrea, and he still wants to try to explore something with her. Well, Hannah and Pepe, they do something in bed. I don't give a fuck. And Austin is in the bed talking shit. Now he's talking with Elandria and Jeremiah. He says how he doesn't want someone crazy for him after a couple of days, and saying that it's weird and all this other kind of stuff. Again, can we get him out of here? Oh, get him out of here. Like, I don't know why Austin's still in this villa. But Austin, like, and I'm gonna keep saying this, like, you sitting here talking about this with Amaya, how like she is like all obsessed with you and all that kind of stuff, when you literally were begging for this when you were coupled up with Shelly. You were so mad that she was not giving you any attention that she was giving Ace. You kept crying and pleading over there to her, and now you got somebody who actually has a really good heart, who seems like she's an amazing, fun person to be around, who's giving you the energy you asking for, and you are complaining. I don't like that. Get your Trumpy ass out of this villa. Like, I can't stand Austin. I can't stand it. And like he's talking shit to everybody about this, but when Amaya is in his face, he acts like everything is all cool. I don't like that. That's leading her on. Like, especially if you're not being upfront with her, like you talking about everybody like it's getting on your nerves, like you don't want to be with her no more. But I don't know if you're just in her face doing this because you want to stay in this villa, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't. But oh Lord. Anyway, Austin just gets my chest burning. We get the next morning, right? Sierra, she's the first person up because Nick is waking up. He sees that Sierra's not next to him, right? Oh wait, sorry. I skipped something. Skirt, rewind. The night when they still getting ready for bed, Nick and Sierra, like they usually like they're kissing and they're cuddling up with each other. He tries to cuddle with Sierra, and then she like is pushing him away, and then like she just turns around and goes straight to sleep. And then they do the flash of everybody, right? And we see that they are really away from each other. Like they always be cuddled up with each other when they go to sleep. When they do those flashes, they were like, she literally was far away from him. Like she didn't even like want to like feel him. That's how bad it was. But yeah, so sorry, I skipped over that, y'all. We get next morning. Sierra's up first, and again, Nick noticed that she's not there. TJ again brought some tea for now. He didn't just bring it for her, he brought it for Amaya, Iris, Sierra, and I'd be forgetting who that last person is that he brought it for. Maybe Huda, I don't know. But yeah, so he brings tea again. I'm like, TJ, did you not learn from yesterday? And again, the same shit repeated, because Nick brings Sierra her breakfast, he brings her tea, and he says, you don't want this, takes the tea again and goes and pours it out. TJ, you won't learn. But Nick, that was funny. Very funny. Then we have Huda, Elandria, and Taylor. They're talking. And they're talking because Huda's talking to him about TJ, and like, how they had that talk, and she thinks he's really cute. And Huda thinks that something can be there with her and TJ. Get to that later. And then all of a sudden, like, I didn't catch everything else that they said, but I just noticed that TJ's walking, Huda is just staring at him. And then Taylor and Elandria was like, stop staring, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the only way we can actually see the change in Huda is when she gets coupled up with somebody. And if she goes back to that same shit again, then she didn't change. But yeah, like honey, like you had one little conversation with this guy, and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, something can be there. It's like, honey, you are really grasping at something that ain't there. We gonna get to that later. But anyway, we jump over to Nick and Ace is talking. So it was like a fluctuating back and forth. Nick and Ace are talking, and then Sierra and Shelly's talking. So Nick says that about what happened last night when he tried to cuddle up with her, and she was pushed him away basically. And this is when Ace said that he noticed that the energy was off. He knows it, like I said, because Sierra is usually not that person that's like, you see her and Nick, like they're always cuddled up with each other, they're always kissing on each other, they're very lovey-dovey with each other. And last night was the first night I think ever they didn't do that. And then we jump over to Sierra and Shelly, they're talking, and then Sierra says that she is upset that he says that he, like, you know, would like to be coupled up with somebody else. I don't know if he particularly said that, but when he says, like, you know, I have strong feelings for you, but I still want to go and explore, I think that's probably what she took it as. But I don't think verbatim he actually said that, but maybe I'm wrong. Then Ace says that sex changes everything. Well, yeah, duh. And then he says that, you know, you telling her that you are still open to exploring Andrina after y'all had sex, that's probably fucking up with her mind. And that's definitely what it is. It's definitely what it is, because Sierra wasn't like this, well, from what they show us, because, you know, they was barely showing us Sierra and Nick for the last, like, before last episode, for like the last 3-4 episodes, they weren't really showing us them. And I said maybe it's when a bombshell comes in, that's when it changes up, and for sure it did. So then Sierra, then Nick says, you know, his connection with Sierra is still strong, and he said he thought by telling her that she'd be okay with that, but he said he kind of sensed that it probably is problematic that she's getting upset, that he said he wanted to explore after he opened up to her and everything like that. Then Shelly is, my arm popped. Then Shelly is telling Sierra that she will what did I say? Sierra is telling Shelly that she will continue to explore and get to know other people. And shady. But why they start playing complicated by Avril Lavigne? No, this wasn't Avril Lavigne. It was an old cover. Well, why did y'all play it? Like, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? Like, y'all be shady when it comes to the music. Like, I'll be catching y'all pick up, but y'all be doing y'all shit. Then, then Sierra goes to her confessional. She says that she's upset that she wanted Nick to assure her that he wants to stay with her. Like, he doesn't want to go and explore and everything like that. And then what I do like about Sierra is, because with Sierra, I don't get, well, when it comes to a guy, she doesn't give me that she is going to be like getting so emotional, because you can sense that it's really getting to her. She does like start to cry, but then she stops. She says she's not going to let this break her and everything like that. And she'll still go and explore and everything like that. And if, you know, basically wasn't meant to be between her and Nick, then that's just how it is. But I like that she's not letting, like, you can tell she's physically really upset. And you can, like I said, at this moment, you can just tell that she really, really likes him. And like how she said earlier, it's like she's falling harder than he is for her. But she doesn't want him to see that she's emotional about it, which is probably why I feel like she kept her distance from him, like, for majority of that, because like, I don't think I saw them together at all after he brought her breakfast. Like, it didn't seem like she was with him at all that whole entire day until the nighttime scene. So I think that she was trying to get herself together, so she probably doesn't pop off and give us a huddle moment. So that's probably what it is. And that's what I really appreciate about Sierra. And it just hate me seeing her like this, because I want the best for my girl. I really want the best for my girl, even though, like I say, Nick and her, they are so cute together. They are really, really cute together. And he says, I want to hope he's not a liar. He says that he has a strong connection, where he sees himself being with her outside the villa. But it seems like he wants to still be a whore and everything like that. And then it seems like now, she's thinking what they did, that they kind of solidified it. That's probably what she's thinking about in the back of her head. But then again, I see both sides, so it's kind of hard. But it's hard for me to seeing her so emotional. It was hard. We jump onto a little scene of Austin cleaning the pool, and Maya saying that she's turned on, and obviously Austin is looking irritated, right? And Iris and TJ talk. I really don't care. They just talk about their kids. Who cares? I don't care. We jump over to the night scene, right? The guys are asking, you know, like how it is between him and Iris. They asked him who is his strongest connection. He said that his connection with Iris is really strong. Then we jump over to the girls, and Sierra is saying how her feelings are real, which is why she's noticing that the more her feelings become very real for Nick, is why she is emotional the way she is. And then we jump over to Hannah saying that she misses Charlie. Girl, you don't miss no Charlie. If you miss Charlie that much, you would have left him, like I said before. But her and Pepe connection is strong. I don't see it. I don't see a spark. And now, spoiler alert, what happened that later episode, girl, you gonna go to the real world. You gonna probably try to reach back out to Charlie, or you gonna find somebody else. Just saying. Just saying. Then so the girls, they're coming downstairs, and I didn't catch this. Someone said, I missed you, and they're like, I missed you too. I couldn't tell if that was Jeremiah and Andrina or that was Sierra and Nick. I swear I kept rerounding it, and I thought it was Jeremiah, but then Andrina's mouth wasn't moving. Then I saw Sierra's mouth moving. Who said that? I was noticing. They said, I missed you. Like, weren't y'all be in this villa? What do you mean I missed you? Y'all are in a villa. Y'all in a villa. It's not like this is Casa More and y'all was in a whole different house. Like, what the fuck? But then we have Pepe and Hannah, they're talking, right? They're talking about vampires. Yeah. And Pepe says, he says something. He said, she said, I want to go to Nashville. And he says, well, what if I don't like you after that? And I'm like, what did he say? Like, why wouldn't you like her? Like, did she say something problematic that I didn't catch? I don't know. Then we have Elandra. She plans this little mini date for her and Taylor again. And why is Elandra planning them? Taylor, shouldn't that be your job? Saying. And then they talk about fruit. I don't care. And then it ends with, I did write this, because I want to talk about this just a little bit. Elandra says that she just wants to ride off in the sunset on a horse with her man, and Taylor said that he got her. And I wrote, he doesn't. I said it on my, I've been saying this, and I said it really more on my last recap, and I'm gonna say it again. Taylor, when they leave, I feel like Taylor is just used so he can get to the end. I don't see him being with Elandra outside the show. Like, he just is just like through the screen. It's like you are showing that you really don't care. It's like she has to keep bringing you for all this kind of stuff. It's like any other guy in this villa that was with Elandra will be showing her so much more than what Taylor is giving her. And it's like, Taylor, you literally got one of the baddest bitches in this villa, and it's like he acts like she's more of a friend, and she acts like she likes, like she sees herself like marrying this dude, which don't do that. And it kills me to see this. It really kills me to see this. I hate it so much. I hate it so much for my girl Elandra. But I saw later on when they showed the Casa guys, I saw this tall chocolate dude up in there. Elandra, you better hop on it before I do. Just saying. Then we jump over to TJ and Hutter talking. And then I appreciate this. He keeps it very much real with her. He says, listen, our conversation was good, but I just don't feel the connection there. And he's like, says really nothing wrong with her. He doesn't feel the connection there. And literally, I said that. Like, anybody with eyes can saw when they were talking. It's like she was being more flirtatious with him, trying to, like, I don't know what she was trying to do, but she was like very touchy-feely, trying to be very flirtatious, trying to make something out of really nothing. And his face the whole time was like, I see us more as friends. Like, I don't see this. And then what in the back of my mind, what I'm thinking is like, these bombshells have already seen the episodes, so they know Hutter has a kid. They see how she is when she got with Jeremiah and how overprotected she was. And she saw what happens when they got separated and how she lashed out and everything on him. So I feel like maybe I could, like I said, I could be wrong. This is my observation. I could be wrong. But what I feel like is that they had that in the back of their mind. And like, I don't think I can handle this, because then you're going to have some guys who like, okay, she's a parent. And like I said, when it comes to guys in their 20s, in their early 20s, because I see it all the time. I saw it all the time with my friends who got pregnant at an early age, and some friends that I'm with now, or people I'm mutual with. When you are in your early 20s, females, and you have a kid, guys who are the same age as you are not going to want to deal with women who has children. Like, and it's like, it's nothing like against them. It's just that because they don't want to be playing the role of stepdaddy, because in a sense, because I think that, and I've been saying, I think Hutter came on here because she wants to find a stepdaddy for her daughter. That's what I want. And I feel like that's what they're thinking too. Like, I'm not in their heads. I feel like that's what they think too. They think that she is trying to find a stepdaddy, and they are not ready to play stepdaddy. They're not ready to play stepdaddy. So that's why I feel like none of the, because you saw Pepe, there's nothing there with her and Pepe. There's nothing there. And cause I think Pepe has saw how she acted, and he don't want to deal with that. And I also feel like Pepe knows she has a kid. I know for sure TJ knows she has a kid, and these Casa men probably know she has a kid, and they see how she acts. Now, the only way I see somebody from Casa being with her is if they just want to be on the show and they just have to stick it out with her just because. But to build an actual relationship, want to be with her, for this moment right now, I don't see it for her. I don't see it for Hutter because of what she comes with. And then when it comes to people that's her age, like no guy in their early 20s is ready to play stepdaddy. Jeremiah said it. He's not ready to be stepdaddy. He's not. So yeah, she asked him why. He just said he just has this feeling, but I really feel like he wanted to say it's because you're a mom already, and I saw how you acted, and I don't want to deal with it. He just said this feeling but I'm pretty sure they tell the bombshells don't tell them what you already know or some shit like that. And for her to claiming, her family claiming she has not seen the show, she probably ain't catching on to that. And then he said the reason why he wanted to tell her that because he doesn't want to lead her on. Like, when it gets later on, and and she's thinking that they have this strong connection when they really don't. But she's not mad. Like, I thought she was gonna like lash out, like not lash out, but I thought she was gonna have like a lot of attitude. But she took it very maturely. That's why I said, okay, she took, this is the steps. She took it very maturely. She ain't go off on him. And like, honestly, she really couldn't do that because, like, honey, you just met the dude last night. Just met him last night. You shouldn't be expecting none of that. Then they hug and they basically say they were friends, and it ended off really good. But I really appreciate that TJ was very upfront with her and had that open conversation, because it's very clear that if it's not Iris, it's going to be Sierra. And he already made that a point that those two was the ones he wanted anyway. So it wasn't going to work out between Hutter, no way. Him and Hutter, no way. We jump over to Andrina and Jeremiah. They're talking. They're just really flirting, basically. And they talk about how, like, they missed each other and all this other kind of shit. We jump over to the boys. They're talking about Jeremiah and Andrina. And then Ace, the person who always has a lot to say about fucking Jeremiah, he says that he says right when she came in here, he went straight for her, and now he's closing everybody off, and I see the pattern, and he only wants to focus on her. Little does he know, because really it's none of his business. Jeremiah is not trying to close off with Andrina, because, and if you freaking think about it, like, at this point in the villa, who can he really go for? Like, y'all don't want, if he goes back to Hutter, y'all would say he's crazy. Ace, do you want him to go after Shelly? He can't go after Shelly because you're with her. He can't go after Alandra because Taylor's with her. He can't go after Sierra because Nick is with her. And then you have Iris, who he really, again, they're just friends. They don't see the connection with him. Hannah is with Pepe. Amaya, I don't see it working out with him and Maya anyway. I really don't see it. So the only person he can talk to is the new bombshell. Is like, and that's the bombshell is clearly his type. He clearly likes her. They're having conversations. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. What is the problem? And Jeremiah said, he has stated this. He said he wants to build a friendship first. He wants to build a friendship first, then start exploring more of the connection. He said that to Andrina, and he's not saying it to the guys, but he shouldn't have to say it to them because it's none of their fucking business. But Ace, again, you worrying about what the fuck Jeremiah is doing is like really pissing me off. Like, dude, do you want him to not be with Andrina so you can be with her? Because that's what it's getting. Just saying. And then we jump back to Jeremiah and Andrina. They're, talking, and all of a sudden they start kissing. They kiss in front of everybody, right? And everybody is staring at them. Hutter starts clapping. Now, I said, I don't know if she was doing this to be funny, be petty, or was she genuinely happy? I feel I'm torn between the middle. What you guys think? You guys think she was genuine, or you think she was just trying to be funny and petty? Because I don't think she said like a sly remark. So then all of a sudden, here we go, y'all. Nick gets a text. The Islanders have to gather around the fire pit. And then Hutter gets a text next, and they said that America has been voting for their favorite boy and favorite girl. And then we get another text, and they said the 3 Islanders, guys and girls, with the fewer votes are at risk to going home. Since Andrina and TJ are bombshells, they are not included, so they have to sit on the side. So now, was also fucking weird. They said that I did the vote. They said vote your favorite girl and favorite boy, and then they talk about somehow they can potentially go on a date. But with Casa Amor, like, how's that gonna work? Like, they tricked us. Like, y'all be pissing me off. Like, stop pissing me off. But anyways, get to the voting, y'all. So then Taylor gets a text. All the girls have to stand. And then I'm not gonna say it was so many texts, y'all. I'm not gonna say who got what, so I'm just gonna go through them. So then we get a text, and they say the first girl that is safe, in no particular order, because I was thinking they were going to go from who had the most votes to who had the least votes. But the way they were saying it, it felt like to me the most to the least. But I could be wrong. They said in no particular order. So that means, we don't know if this person got the most ones, who the first person to get talked about. So the first girl that is safe is Alandria, the queen. And then the next girl is safe is Sierra. And then we get the next girl, which I typed this. I typed this before they said it. I knew it was Shelly. And then Shelly. Now I'm thinking we stopped right there, but then they go to another one. But then I'll be forgetting, okay, the girls have more people. So then the final girl that was safe, which shocked the hell out of me, was Hutter. I don't understand. I don't understand how the hell Amaya didn't get votes. Like, I could have swore I saw some people voting for Amaya, but you can tell a lot of people wanted to vote for her to do that whole redemption arc shit. And I'm like, oh God, Amaya, she really cannot catch a break. So we got the 4 people that are safe: Alandria, Sierra, Shelly, top big 3, then Huda. So that means Hannah, Amaya, and Iris have the least votes, and they are vulnerable at the moment. Go over to the guys, right? The first boy that is safe, which shocked the hell out of me as well, is Taylor. I don't get why Taylor is safe. Are we not watching the same show? Like, I want Taylor gone. I want him gone. I want him gone when they did the first recoupling. He should have been out of here. But anyway, so the next, also again, no particular order. So the next guy that's safe is Nick, and then the final person that's safe is Ace. The 3 Stooges, they're safe. I expected Ace and Nick because, Ace, he finally got with Shelly, and everyone likes Nick because he's funny. But I was confused with Taylor. I really thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be Jeremiah that was safe. It shocked me that Jeremiah had the least votes. So then that also means Jeremiah, Austin, and Pepe have the least votes and are votable. Then they get another text and they say 1 girl and 1 boy will be dumped. And the people that are safe are the ones that are going to have the votes. Again, stop letting the Islanders vote. Whoever had the least votes out of the 3 people, send them home. And it was going to be Austin. I don't know if they just don't want to lose him. There's no point in Austin being there no more. But anyway, so so the girls have to decide what girl Islander is leaving. Immediately, Sierra starts bawling. And I'll tell you, they did this close up on her, and it was tears right here. She was like, I can't, y'all know I can't with the tears. I can't. And then the boys have to decide what boy leaves. So then the girls, they're talking and they're deciding everything on that. Now, before I say who they picked, I really thought that they were going to pick, for some reason in my spirit, I thought they were going to pick Amaya for some reason. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be between, I really was pushing towards Amaya, but I thought they were going to either be between Iris and Amaya. Like, I had no idea they was going to pick Hannah, especially with them seeing how close she is with Pepe. Hannah was the last person, so my mindset was already Amaya or Iris. Even though I was fine with either Hannah or Iris going, like I was really fine with Iris going, like nothing against her, but she doesn't really do nothing for me. Amaya, she deserves to find love. She has not, I'll say Amaya had to stay there. She really has not gotten the Love Island experience. She really deserves it. So I was so glad they didn't pick her. But they picked Hannah. And the boys were shocked. They literally are saying how they did not expect that at all. Right when they said Hannah, when I tell you Hannah started crying so hard, like she was like, like, I understand, like you're upset, but honey, it didn't call for all that. But y'all know Hannah is dramatic. Hannah is very, very dramatic. She's just up there with Huda and Amaya. She starts crying, and after that, she said, "This was so stupid. Oh my god." I don't know if I feel bad though, but like I said, her or Iris, either one of them could have gone. I'm just so glad Amaya's not gone. I was so happy they didn't send Amaya home. Then we get over to the boys. Now I'm thinking that they're either, but something told me, y'all. Something told me. I was sitting there watching. I was like, they're not going to pick Austin. Something told me they were not going to pick Austin. That's why y'all need to let us vote. But I said, so I said, they're not going to pick Austin. But I really thought that they were going to pick Pepe. And I'm thinking in the back of their mind, they're thinking, okay, well, Hannah's gone and Pepe's with her. Maybe we can just send them home together. Logically thinking, right? No. They picked Jeremiah. Stupid. Very stupid. That was a dumbass decision. And Andrina is mad. And she deserves it. And Andrina says, like, they saw we have a connection and they still sent you home. And it's very much given, I could be wrong. It's very much given Ace put that in their head. I know, I feel Ace has something to do. Ace has something to do with it. Because he's there with his 2 followers, his 2 cheerleaders. Give me an A. Like, he's with his cheerleaders. And they're going to do whatever Ace says. So I'm inclined to believe that Ace is the one that put in their heads to send Jeremiah home, because why is Pepe still there? Pepe could have gone. I was fine with either. No. I didn't want Pepe to leave. I wanted Austin to leave. But like I said, something told me they weren't going to pick Austin. I just knew they weren't going to pick Austin. They love that guy for some damn reason. But they're going to be shocked when they leave this villa and see what he's about. Yeah, so then they all, so Jeremiah and Hannah are gone. it's sad for Jeremiah because he was starting to come out of his shell. He was starting to really have the Love Island experience, and I found myself really becoming a fan of him. And y'all ruined it for me. Dumbass decision. The Three Stooges, fuck y'all. The girls talk, and Hannah is clearly upset. Like, it seemed like she really wanted to go off on them. She said she was shocked that they were her friends, but putting themselves in this situation, you can just tell it was really, really hard for them. They didn't want to send nobody home. That's why don't let them vote. Let us vote. We got y'all. So then Huda, she pulls Jeremiah for a talk, and I was like, oh shit, what's about to happen? But she impressed me. She apologized to him. She said she wants to apologize for how she acted and how she was when they was here, when they was coupled up. She apologized, and I was like, I was here for it. Like, Huda, good for you. I'm happy that she apologized to him. And she says, of course, she still cares about him and she doesn't want him to leave. And I didn't want him to leave either. You know, I really did like that. Again, that did show the growth. So, like I said, Huda, good for you. I'm happy that you did that. Then we have Hannah and Pepe are talking. Who the fuck cares? Because they're not going to be together afterwards. Because, like I said, Pepe, he's telling something hurts. You should have left with her. But Pepe, I promise you, Casamore, he's going to bring somebody back. Then we have Andrina and Jeremiah talking, and you can just tell, like, she really, like, you can tell, like, she liked Nick too, but you can tell she really, really, really had strong feelings for Jeremiah. She really liked him so much. Just like they were always together. She said she's gonna miss him, and they kissed. It was so cute. And I was thinking, like, is she about to leave with him? But it'll be stupid. She just got there, so she shouldn't be leaving him no way. But it sucks because they were so cute together, and I was so ready to see them together. And I said, if they made it, I don't know if they would have won, but I definitely could have saw them making it to the end if they were together. And then we have everybody saying their goodbyes, and Jeremiah and Hannah, they do their walk of shame, and then that's the end of the episode. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a big episode. I wasn't happy. I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the episode 85% of it. The other, is it 15? Yeah, the other 15%, I was unhappy. I wasn't happy because I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't want to be. I'm gonna get off on her. I really don't like that Austin is still in this house. I don't like that Austin is still in this house. I don't. So that's probably the 15%. So then we get the preview, y'all. Casa Amor starts tomorrow. Yes, so we're gonna see who's gonna be a whore. And they showed us the 5 girls and the 6 guys. The 5 girls are they have nothing on the girls that are in the house right now. Really don't. I saw one queen up in there. It was that black girl that was at the end. She looked good. She looked gorgeous. The other ones were cute at best, but not Casa cute, if that makes sense. Now the boys, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. The Casa guys, that's what I'm talking. Where y'all should have brought them in as bombshells. Like, why is TJ here? Like, why was TJ here? No offense to your brother, but why was Jalen here? No, Jalen, you get a pass. You know, you get a pass. TJ and Charlie, but them Casa boys, absolutely. Amaya, find your man in there. Huda, find your man in there. Alandra, get that black king in there. Get that black chocolate king, sis, before I do. Okay. Now with the boys, I can already tell you right now, Pepe is definitely bringing somebody back. Pepe is gonna meet somebody in there. Nick. I don't want to do my girl Sierra wrong. But Nick is gonna meet somebody up in there. I can already tell. And Austin for damn sure is gonna meet somebody in there. They got 2 blondes in there, and I guarantee you that Austin's gonna go over there and try to make something work with both of them because he doesn't want to be with Maya no more. That's that. Yeah, that's that. But yeah, y'all, that was this episode. Really, really, really good episode. Really good episode, even though I was pissed off, but I was thoroughly entertained. The voting was making my stomach rumble. Like, I thought I was about to start shitting myself. But yeah, y'all, but I'm so ready for Casa Amor because the drama is what happens after Casa Amor. That's why we got that iconic Cordell and Serena doc scene. So I'm ready to see what happened. I have a feeling it's probably going to be Nick and Sierra that's going to have like something. Either Nick is going to bring somebody back and Sierra's going to stay loyal, or surprisingly, Sierra's going to bring somebody back and Nick is going to stay loyal, or they both going to bring somebody back. But either way, it's still going to be drama, and I'm here for it. I am so here for it. And I'm also here to see if Ace brings somebody back. You better not. And Taylor, I don't see Taylor bringing nobody back because I don't see none of the girls want to be with Taylor. So I ain't got to worry about him. But I want Elijah to bring somebody back so Taylor can be single. Bye. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got for you guys for this episode. Before I get up out of here, remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's go ahead and get these engagements up for this video. And again, y'all, from now on, I'm going to because I get off of work an hour after the episode ends, like I said before, and I gotta record it and edit it and put it out there. Excuse me. I think it's best if I just post it the morning after. So I'm gonna look out for my YouTube community post, and I'm gonna let you guys know it's gonna be posted. It's gonna be posted Eastern Standard Time. It's either gonna get posted 11:30 or 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, but that's all I got for you guys for this episode, and I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day. Bye.